Good morning, Three Strands Podcast. We are so happy to have you here. Today we are doing a little inside scoop of what girls think about certain topics. And we have our lovely friend Josh, who's not in the podcast, in the room asking us questions about these topics. They're pretty interesting, so stick around to hear what we have to say about it. Saron's a little camera shy, guys, but
I should have known. Okay.
All right, let's get it started. Let's discuss some of these long-awaited questions.
Today we're doing sort of like a girl talk, which you probably know by our intro, but Josh is on the sidelines today, which is unusual. Say hi, Josh.
Hey guys.
He's in the background, so he's still here. He's not gone from us. But he's gonna be asking us some questions, and we're excited to answer them. And I'm honestly curious to see what you guys have to say.
Oh, so curious.
Yeah. What if we have completely different like?
It's okay. We'll support each other through this process.
Girl-
Should girls have guy best friends?
Okay.
The long-awaited debate.
I
This
know.
question, I feel like always comes up like every few months, right?
Yeah, but I always feel like there is every girl has a guy best friend. Like
Yeah.
there is no denying it. There's always that guy that has your back at the end of the day, that has something special that the rest of them, no matter how many times they've done you wrong, there's always that guy. Which is not to say you should keep them in your life. I think there's a difference. Like there's different, the automatic thing we think about when we think of a guy best friend is the guy that's consistently there in your life. You're always with them, even when you're talking to other guys. The reality is not that, but these guy best friends, for me, like this guy best friend has been there for me since I was little. Like I've known him since fourth grade.
Like a childhood
Yes.
best friend.
And
Okay.
even whenever we were both been with other people, we just cut it off.
Yeah.
But if it was a hard time, I know he'd be there.
Yeah.
Which is
Hold up.
not
right. It's toxic.
It's toxic.
Okay.
It's toxic, but here's the thing. The problem is he knows me so well that he's already calling the ends of certain things for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To me.
It is.
Same.
So, and go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah.
You want to tell my story?
Yeah, I would. It would make me feel better.
No, Jada, go. I'll go last.
To be honest, okay, my biggest pet peeve, like I've had guy best friends before in the past. I probably, honestly now, would say that I don't currently in my life. But obviously, like my brother and stuff. But okay, I obviously have guy friends.
Yeah.
But not like OMG, like that is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I just said OMG out loud. Ugh, cringy. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, my biggest pet peeve is when a guy is only friends with you for the potential you might have in the future, like dating them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like in the back of his mind, it's like, oh, like maybe like I'm only gonna be friends with this girl because maybe someday I'll get in, you know?
Yes.
And I've identified people like that in my life with little like hints that they've given me, like they're still being flirty after I told them like I'm not wanting to date right now.
Yes.
And so then I'm like, well, am I crazy to cut this friendship off?
Yeah.
But like when they get a girlfriend,
Yeah.
then they stop being friends with me, and I'm like, I knew it, because if that were the case that we were just friends, you would still be friends with me in your relationship.
I think it's so
You know what I'm
funny.
saying?
I think it depends on the guy, because I know with my guy friend, like it's just an understood that he doesn't meet my standards. He might flirt with me, which is toxic, but like he just knows that he's not it for me at the end of the day, and that we're friends. But with the guys that you're talking about, they've maintained this friendship and this idea that they can still get you.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's like this awkward, like, oh, we never talked about it, but they know that I don't want to date right now. Because I'm not lying when I say that. Like, I know that I just want to be single.
Yeah.
So it's not like I tell them that they're not like what I'm looking for, you know, because it's not true necessarily, and I don't owe them that explanation. We can edit this out. We can edit this out.
Just tell them to listen
So
to the
I
podcast.
Oh God.
No, like there's different types of guy best friends. I feel like there is, but at the same time, they all just need to be cut off.
There's
Yes.
genuine ones.
Yes.
There's people with bad intent ones, and then there's gaslighting ones.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I think
but
the last two probably good.
I don't know if a guy can really be your friend and nothing else.
Let's
So,
answer that.
your best friend.
So you don't think that?
No.
I think
He's gonna end up liking you, or you're gonna end up liking him.
Okay.
Well, I agree with that statement, but if you don't want to get rid of them, I think the way you should deal with them is you can't have a one-on-one relationship with a guy. That is just not a thing you should always put yourself in, because the reality is somebody catches feelings.
Right.
So if you have a guy best friend, there should be another person in that friendship to stabilize it.
Like a clear
Yes.
like boundary set.
Yes.
Okay.
And like that's the thing. We have
Josh is making us laugh,
Yes.
guys.
I know.
He's dying in the corner right now.
I have another girl that's also grown up with us, like with this guy. So
Yeah.
it's not just whenever I'm talking to him, it's not just me, because when you get to know other people's emotions and understand why they're acting the way they are, you start having feelings whether you like it or not.
So you can't have a guy best friend.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't have
but
it, but you can
also-
be friends with them in a group setting.
Okay.
Yeah, but also,
I think I agree with that one.
yeah, maybe it started like being best friends, and some people end up in a relationship, like in a great relationship. So it's
Do you think, okay, let me ask you truly, would you date a guy best friend knowing how his past has been?
maybe.
You're that forgiving, Saran.
What if he's a great guy for me to date?
Then
Like,
you
we
would
just
dated
started,
him.
but we yeah.
Wait. Are we talking in a general sense or is this specific?
No, general.
General, we have no. This is general.
We need to clarify.
I know.
Sorry.
It's general. I'm
Okay.
just saying some relationships start as friendships.
Okay, I've
You
heard.
start purely as friends.
I've heard that that's the best relationship.
It is.
That-
Yes. So
That's how
sometimes
my
it depends on
parents-
the guy and depends on you
But
too.
knowing
yeah.
yourself, you, Jaina, and
I
Saran,
would.
you would be able to be friends, just friends, and know that there's no.
Yeah, and I might like him.
See, then you're turning into the girl best friend.
No, but I'm not saying
This is crazy.
every
Think about it.
friendship. Maybe some, because some people are married or something, but they just started as friends.
Yeah, but like deep down, they knew that they were either the guy best friend or the girl best friend. There's not like where there's always feelings.
I don't know about the best friend part, but friends, and then
Casual
relationship.
flirt is what you
No,
like to
yeah.
do yourself.
No, like we're talking about like somebody's like, oh yeah, that is my best friend, and like they go through life together and it's completely platonic. Like that's not possible.
I don't
Okay.
think that's
That's not
possible
possible.
at
Josh has
all.
something.
Can you define best friend?
Yes.
Just so we're all on the same page. What is a best friend?
Let's define boy best friend.
There we go.
Yes.
Guy
Okay.
best friend.
To me, I think the way that like I would consider a best friend is somebody that listens and shows me empathy in my life and is actually willing to invest the time to be like, I'm calling you, let's hang out, let's do something. And it's not where I have initiated and said, I'm not feeling good, like I need to do this. No,
Yeah.
it's like they're already a friend for you.
Well, I think the definition is like unclear among a bunch of people because like we could have different definitions or somebody else could like be like, oh, it's the guy I always go back to with my problems. Or it could be like, it's the guy who I've been friends with since I was little and I just like grew up with them and I trust them. Like he's just one of my best friends, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's like such a controversial topic because you can't really define it because everybody has their own definition, you know? But for me, it will never be like I know better to call like a guy who I always go back to my best friend.
Oh yeah.
Like that's so mean.
I think yeah, it is.
Come
I think it's
on.
ruining breaking your own heart,
Yeah.
giving yourself that fake hope.
Or that fake like, oh yeah, they're my best friend, but in my mind, like I know that
Yeah.
it started off as like me feeling something or like evolving. Or,
Yeah.
So dang, that would be a
I
hefty
just-
question.
But
Yeah.
for me, no. Should girls have? Is that what it says?
Guy best friends.
Guys,
Yeah.
best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I think-
At least not best friend.
I think if you're comfortable with introducing them and letting them go
Mhm.
whenever it's like, and you're always in group settings, and if you're
Yeah.
comfortable with them being they respect your boundaries when you have feelings for somebody.
Yeah.
They know what you want from life,
Mhm.
and they're they're willing to set you up for a date and be perfectly content that they are not in your life.
Right.
Yes,
that would be an ideal, like, okay, maybe an exception.
Yeah.
But here's the real question. When you guys get married someday, are you still going to have a guy best friend in your life?
No,
The thing to me is like
not me.
this guy,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be friends with him because otherwise he should not be in my life. But
Right.
I'm okay. I've never put myself in a position to do anything with him that
Yeah.
would like I'd have a problem. I would want him to be friends with him in the
Mhm.
sense that you should be able to be friends with my friends.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
So I would be
Cool.
fine.
Okay, then there you go.
But I mean that depends
Not
on the
me.
guy.
Yeah, I know,
It
but
depends on the
how
person.
would it make you feel if your husband would have a girl best friend?
I mean, I don't think I would already have it in groups, so like that's the thing. Like I wouldn't have said to him like I've been hanging out alone with this person.
So you're not gonna have a guy best friend? Is that what you're saying?
I guess he's just another friend then.
Yes.
Okay,
That's-
fine.
How about you?
Yeah, because I feel like your husband becomes your best friend, right?
Yes.
So there's like no room. for it.
Yes. No.
So then it just becomes like, oh yeah, we're friends. Like let's all be friends. Which
Okay,
is
then
cool.
I mean, I guess we're not
Best friends.
best friends anymore since I've made it group things. So
Right.
I'm gonna say best friend. No, not best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Dang.
not gonna work.
That's a little sad. I'm not gonna lie.
It is,
Yeah.
but how's
The
it?
times change.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, next question.
Can or should girls make the first move to initiate some type of dating relationship?
Is this biblical? This is like, there's scripture
think,
on
yeah.
this.
Okay.
Because
We
I
try
think
and pull-
in the Bible, doesn't it say the guy pursues the girl?
Yes.
Okay, what do you
You bring out your Bible, I'm bringing out mine.
No,
Just
I'm
be
gonna-
ready.
Bella, what do you think?
I didn't even know that there was scripture for this.
Yeah. I forget what book it's in.
This is why I've been making the first moves.
Uh-oh. We love
Oh my God.
We love a bold
Bella,
queen.
we don't like that.
We love a
Let's
bold
keep that to
queen.
ourselves.
So can you cut that out?
No.
No?
So your facial expressions to everything everybody is saying is priceless.
I know that's why she needed to be in the center.
If you guys are listening on Spotify, just switch over.
Yes.
Switch over to YouTube.
Just so that you can see how judgmental her facial reactions to us are.
Judgmental. I
Yes.
just think she's shocked. I think
I-
Sorona's a good description word for her is shocked.
I've been friends too long with her. I use the actual word. I'm sorry.
Judgmental.
While she's looking that up, another side question. Because girls will say, like, hey, I've left all the hints, I've given them all the signs to ask me out. And guys just be clueless. What are those hints and signs while she's looking up the first?
Oh, it's obvious, isn't it?
For a guy, just
I-
hypothetically, pretend the guy's blind and deaf and dumb and can't pick up on anything.
I'm
Just
drunk.
He's not the one.
I-
If he's all that.
Facts. That's so
You're
true.
done.
You're done.
We're three
Oh my
different types of women, though. I'm very
That's
blunt
true.
with my feelings. Like,
Mhm.
you're gonna know if I like you. Like,
Yeah,
that's the difference. But
I'm not.
you're
I'm
not.
very I do not.
And
emotionally.
Saran's not gonna give you the time of day. I feel
Right.
like, at least not for a while. Is that
What?
accurate? You're not gonna give the guy the time of day immediately. You're gonna make him wait for it.
Okay, but I feel like a
Attention.
universal is like flirting.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But
like,
what would you define flirting? Because I like some girls are just instantly like like to have a good time.
Yeah, like I'm a friendly person and
Yeah.
I talk to everybody the
But
same.
so what would you say yours is like a thing that you're flirting like?
I don't really flirt. I feel.
That's the issue. If you
Yeah, you're right.
and you
you're
have
so
like
right.
a sincerely bubbly personality,
Yeah.
that guys are like, oh, she likes me. So
That's hard. I don't know then. Like,
I feel like if
you know when you just have good chemistry conversations.
but you can have those with anybody,
Anybody.
depending on what the subject
You're right.
is.
I don't know. Dang. Or like when you're going out of your way to like go talk to somebody and get to know them and asking them deep questions. That's obvious, right?
Nope.
I don't do that with like any guy friends. I just, well,
Can you repeat what you said?
I was gonna say like going and like having deep conversations. Like,
Mm-mm. if it's, let's say it's one of the questions from Josh's questions on Monday nights, that's a deep question. If a guy that was, you're just being polite.
Yeah,
is in
like
that
me and Chase
conversation,
had a deep convo, but we're totally just like
friends, but that's established.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's a guy that doesn't know that.
Shout out Chase.
Yes.
What's up?
Awesome person. But the thing to me is, I feel like it should be. You gotta figure that out. Cause I think
I don't know. Like I'm just myself all the time. So
Exactly.
I don't know.
Do you think the right guy will just know?
I don't know.
Yeah, you better pray.
You better pray.
Okay, I think I got it.
That's difficult.
So in Proverbs 18:22 it says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord."
Okay.
And it doesn't say she who goes looking.
Okay.
So I feel like
He
God
who finds a wife, like
I feel like God has built into a man a strong desire to be the initiator of the relationship. So I feel like they should make the first move.
I love this conversation. It's one of my favorites because
that's built into you.
Yeah.
Right? Like that boldness,
Yes.
which is fine.
But here's the thing, like in the 1900s, I heard this story. It was like early 19 or 1800s where they had the handkerchiefs and all of that, right? But the idea is that like this girl dropped the handkerchief as she was walking by this guy because she found him, whatever, at least good looking at the time, which is just what you're attracted to. And she dropped it and he picked it up and came back to her. It's not the initiation. She had the power, she initiated it, but
And saw what he did with it.
yes, and
Yeah.
he did whatever he wanted to with that. And that, I like the verse. I really think it's like the guy will pursue you at no cost. And I don't feel like me having chosen these guys, I don't think I want that for my next thing.
Would you want a guy to be bold?
Yeah,
Would you?
I want a bold, confident person that's like.
I think we all want that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. There's not a girl who I've talked to about that who's like, no, like I'd rather be the man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even
But I
from
get it.
the guy's perspective, guys don't usually, at least from what I know, they don't like a girl that makes the first move.
They feel inferior in that. I don't know. I don't. Is
know.
that like a red
I don't
flag?
think it's. I don't think it depends on
We're
the guy.
being
Would you want
insecure.
a guy that was uncomfortable with being able to ask you out?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he
Right.
should do it.
But no, here's the thing. Like it's assuming like. If,
Like I don't want him to be afraid of me.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
be.
not because he's
That's-
afraid, but I don't know. Okay, Josh, what do you think?
I'll wait for the part two.
Yeah, just
Okay.
yeah.
I'll
Just
wait for the
hold
part
it.
two.
Hold it in.
But I feel like it's giving him a lot of power, y'all. Like that's the thing. Like I feel like that's an understanding.
But we have different powers. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving him this power.
You have the power of patience, unlike some women.
See, that's what we need to wait for them to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel, that's
Does
just my
any
opinion.
guy do that? Please answer.
Well, if he
it's not
doesn't do
like-
it,
it's not like a guy will just come up to you and be like, well, maybe he would, but
I
you're
have
right.
I have had
Like-
the experience where a guy has come up to
Just
me
randomly.
on it's happened
Actually,
a couple
that
of
has
times.
happened.
And it's to me that kind of spontaneousness is like
attractive.
it's attractive.
Girls drop Easter eggs, right?
yes.
And guys pick them up, like. a
But
handkerchief.
don't make it obvious. Like,
Define what is an Easter egg.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
Like-
what is it?
like-
Easter?
Like a guy can tell when you're into him.
Yeah.
How is a guy supposed to tell when you're into
If I
He
like
should
somebody,
pray.
I will make it clear. No. If I like somebody, then I'll make it clear, and then
Yes.
he can do with that what he desires to,
Yes.
and then that way he'll make the first move by asking me out or something like that.
yes. I'm not just
It's
saying
not like
just
I'm just gonna.
ignore him, or he's gonna know that you like him.
I'm not.
He
gonna
has to
die.
make the first move.
No, okay, I personally had my feelings, like, you will never know that I like you. That's the thing about me. Like, you will never, because I
One
approach the
thing
same.
about me.
But, like, I will approach the same, every guy the same. I like to have a good conversation. Like, that's just me.
But as time goes on, like.
I can't
gotta-
change. It's
Gotta
like,
drop
I'm.
that handkerchief, girl.
I know.
What am
I know.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, The problem is, like,
That's
I already know he likes me.
gorgeous.
Why would I drop a handkerchief?
Well, he doesn't know he likes you, so how is he gonna make the first move boldly?
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I make the first move.
Girl.
No. No.
But no. When I say I make the first move, it's not always like I'm doing some grand gesture. That's not me. Like
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, I don't feel like there should be so much of like, does she like me? Doesn't she like me? That whole thing. Like
It should be clear.
it should be clear, and I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. Like, and also I'm hurting my own heart by creating a imagination about the future. Like I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like sometimes, like, in my heart, like, there's uncertainty if I do like them or want to go on a date with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't relate. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, you just
It's
never
got
know.
maybe it's the guy that you're. Hopefully it's like
Yeah, I just think in the past have been like, I don't know. But
I-
maybe that's why, like, I still haven't.
What is your thoughts on online dating?
Have you guys ever done that?
No.
Have you? Like, for fun, kind of?
I haven't done it on my account. Is how
Yeah.
I put it.
I've never.
What do you mean?
I've
On your account?
I've had friends and I've like done like
Like,
helped
seen
seen
theirs.
it as message, helped
But
the
yourself,
message,
you've
but
never,
not myself.
I've never
I-
either. I'm actually scared of it.
Would you-
Especially in
I don't-
Charlotte.
I just
That's scary to me.
I don't know. I need to see you and talk to you in person. So
I have a hard time trusting the conversations we're having over text.
Yeah,
Like, how
no.
are we gonna do it online?
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same thing. You really don't know. Like,
Right.
would you
That's
meet at
hard
something?
because it's like, how do you even know if you even like have a crush on this person online without like seeing the chemistry of conversation in person?
yeah.
Like, you know, that's why they say like friends before dating is or friendly before dating in a setting, like a comfortable setting, is the best way to go.
Yeah.
So it's just hard. Like, I just don't think that I
But
could
there's
ever.
nobody in like I don't feel like there's anybody in my setting of
Mhm.
people like that I regularly run into that I would date. That's
Mhm.
the other awkward part about it is, do you take the idea that because I've met people that have met other people online and that they've successfully like worked through their
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
it's
met a
like-
lot of people with literal marriages.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cool.
But I know personally, like I couldn't do it. Like
Mhm.
I like quality time. I like
Yeah.
that.
I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with it,
Yeah.
but just be really like cautious because I've heard horror stories too of like scary things going down,
Oh,
and I don't
crime
like that.
shows.
Yeah, just like, and even my friends, but yeah, just I don't know. I personally couldn't.
Same.
I would be scared, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to connect with somebody over
Yeah.
the phone. Anyways, so there's no point for me. But I feel like that's the future, right? Of
Mhm.
dating, which is
Yeah.
kind of scary.
I hope it's not, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we already have enough trust issues with like the whole like just seeing somebody in
I
person
know.
and trusting that they're
I
like,
know.
walking the walk.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single person without trust issues.
Oh, I know, isn't it comforting?
Yeah, we're all the biggest crush of my life.
Me too.
His name was Jed, and my mom.
Not
probably
her
remembers
saying
it.
his name.
No.
I've never.
No.
That's
You edit it
mean.
out. No.
That's kind of funny.
Okay, let's stop here. This is personal.
We'll beep out the name. Just-
I've never talked to him ever since, so don't worry, he's not watching this at
Do you guys
all.
share juice boxes?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what grade
It
was
was literally in kindergarten. Yeah.
Wow.
How do you remember that?
I remember it.
No, I remember mine, and it's kind of funny looking back at it.
It is funny.
It's sweet though. I think
It's like, why did I even like him?
I know.
Like, it was just. I
I
was
don't
in
know what grade.
kindergarten.
I think I was in
How old are you when you go into kindergarten? Like
five,
4?
4.5, 7 or 5.
It's not 6.
No,
6 is
6
2.
is
Yeah, no,
First
it's
grade,
first
right?
grade. Yeah, so it's 5.
5.
Wow, you started out.
5.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow, you could get guys with your chubby cheeks.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for listening today. I know some of the questions got interesting, but so glad to have these two friends of mine and you listening today. I know you have your own perspective, so definitely leave a comment and join our 3 Strands on Instagram and all our social media. We'd love to have you join us and just become our next friend on here. So
Yes.
until next time.
Bye.